Hello, 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 and welcome back to JenHannagans. Jen is Jen, I am Hannah, two best friends, not doing the standard intro because this is not our standard video. Here's the thing, Jen and I do a lot together, but she travels a lot without me. It is her and her husband's 13th wedding anniversary around this time, so they have gone to celebrate, and they have taken the kids to her parents', which means I am left with access to their house and no one here to supervise me. If you have been following along, this means I play. In the past, I have set up baby dolls playing Uno on the table, had all the stuffed animals in the little boys' room doing, playing dress up, had all the pirates, bad guys, and things, cars in the boys' room, bigger boys' rooms, doing races and stuff. The last time my mom set up a entire Barbie picnic extravaganza pool party thing on the dining room table while Captain America, Thor, Batman, Superman, and some random others had an epic battle in the kitchen. But this is the Jen is Away, Hannah Will Play Christmas edition. And I've already started. I worked, okay. Let me just, let me show you what I've done. This is the little boy's door. There's kind of a hint. That's Travin's. There's the bathroom door, and you can see the reflection in it of the girl's door. I have wrapped all of their doors in wrapping paper. I even wrapped the door to the spice closet. So, here's the story. Okay. Odd angles. I don't care. Sorry for the sounds. Here's the story. Many years ago, like when I first came to this area, I did not grow up in this area. I'm going to turn this just a little bit. Sorry for the movement. I didn't grow up in this area, but I went to college further north than we are. I grew up in Missouri. I went to college further north, and when I did, I used to drive through this little town on my way to college. And eventually I graduated and I moved back home. The job market wasn't what I thought it would be. So I went to school for my master's. Once I got my master's in business administration, I was looking for a job, but I was living near a college town. I lived near Columbia, Missouri at the time. And the job market was saturated with people that had their bachelor's and their master's. So I got a position working as a manager at a residential care facility. And the job that I got, I thought I was applying for a place in my hometown. I didn't realize they were a big chain. So I chose where I got to go. My hometown didn't have a position, but there was two places I could choose from. One further south and one up here. And I knew this area because I had driven through a bunch to go to school. So I chose this area. Well, in that job, I'm gonna leave the legs. No, I'm not. In that job, I was manager at a residential care facility. I lived on the property, and people have strange ideas. Residential care facility isn't quite a nursing home, but it's close. People live there that need a little bit of help. They don't need to be cooking their own food or don't want to, and their families have a little concern or whatever, or they just need community in some cases. In residential care facilities, all of their medicines are given to them by staff. Staff cooks and cleans, and they live in these little apartments, depending on the residential tier. The one I was at, every resident had their bedroom, which was a good sized room, with room for bed and chair and all of that. And then they had their TVs and stuff if they wanted them, and then they had their own personal bathrooms. And then everything else was public space. Well, those places can get kind of boring and kind of sad looking around the holidays. People get a little upset if their families don't come to visit them, or just memories sometimes are hard. And I wanted my residents to have fun. So I was like 12 or 13. I don't remember. I think 12 rooms in this facility, and I wanted my residents to have fun. So I wrapped all the doors. I wrapped all the doors in wrapping paper. And then I put, some of them I just wrapped and put bows on, like they were just giant Christmas presents. Those were empty rooms mostly. But I decorated the doors for the individual. And I'm not sure how I did that because I'm not artistic. So I can't draw, and I really don't remember how I did that. But I remember taking cotton balls and making a snowman on one, which was absolutely adorable. We did a Santa Claus on one. We did a town scene on one. It looked like Christmas Village. We did a big elf on one because that resident loved the movie Elf. We did one that was just Cardinals, St. Louis Cardinals themed, because it matched that resident's personality, and they loved it. And I moved on. I went to a different job and all of that. But I never forgot doing that. I always loved doing it. So this year is a simpler Christmas. I don't have a lot of money to spend on the kids. I'm not trying to spend a lot of money on the kids. Jim would prefer I don't spend a lot of money on the kids because they have enough stuff. But I like to do fun stuff with them. So when I knew they were going to be out of town for a couple of days, I decided to decorate the doors. So when they come home, all of their doors, including Jen and Brandon's, are going to be decorated. I'll show you the little boys in a minute. This door is the angel wings. You can't really tell from there, but Dollar Tree had feather boas, and I just took a marker and drew rough shape of angel wings on the door. Like I said, I'm not really an artist. It's not that great, but they'll understand. The kids will get it. So I'm attempting to just use feathers and glue and a little bit of tape to hold the center part in. Initially I was going to do 2 angels on here, but I'm not going to have the space or enough feathers, I don't think. Okay, it's a couple hours later and I'm going to show you where I'm at right now. I have to run to the store and get the stuff to finish up. So this is the girls. It's hard to see on camera. It looks kind of a hot mess from a distance, but hopefully they get the picture. Here, let me see it. There you can kind of see it better. It looks a hot mess, but in person it's kind of cute. Lots of texture. So I'll put a scripture up here about the angels, and then I'm actually loving the little boy's door. So I'll put a scripture there about the shepherds. I haven't got anything with the manger yet, but I will. These lights are from Dollar General, and they have a timer on them, so you can turn them on and it goes off after a couple of hours. And then one more door. Pretty simple, but that's going to be the door representing the 3 wise men. So I will show you the rest when I get it done. So the best I could do was I found this at Hobby Lobby and I traced it to use it as the template for the manger. I'm gonna walk you through the house and show you how this, in theory, works. So when they walk in, this is what they'll see. Now I'm gonna have a Bible sitting on the piano right here, so it's ready for them. And they'll come to this really plain brown paper door with this. Don't judge me, it's not the most creative thing I ever did, but that's the base of that nativity scene that I got earlier. I think I showed you, I don't know if I did, but anyway. They read the clue, they read the scripture, and that scripture talks about going to Bethlehem. So then they close the door, grab that piece, and then they see all this. Now in theory they do it step by step, but I understand the kids are gonna go nuts. So they come to, this is where the clue led them. A baby born this silent night, oh what a sight. Read Luke 2, 8 through 14, which talks about the angels appearing into the shepherds. And then it says, find the one with wings. And of course, that's a dead giveaway. And here is the manger part of the nativity. So then you come over here to the one that no matter what I do, it will not show up very well. But that's fine. And this one says, the message told they've flown away. Now journey to where the sheep lay. Luke 2, 15 through 18. There's another piece of the nativity in the envelope. And then they come over here. Shepherds leave. Boy, that was fun, but the story is not done. The next part may take a few years. Matthew chapter 2, verse 1, 2, and verse 9 and 10. Talks about the wise men. Now go to the wise men, where the wise men are. That's just cute. No actual purpose. And then I'm bummed I don't have actual wise men, but they'll come in here, see the gifts, and it says, the wise have found him. Our story is done. We say thanks for God's only son. This is why we have Christmas Day. Now put your pieces together to build the manger where he lay. And then each envelope, of course, has a different piece. So, sorry for the light. It's almost 11 o'clock at night. I haven't been here doing this all day at all. I went shopping for quite a while, and then I went out to eat and had some fun. But I really enjoyed doing this. I hope the kids have fun with it. The only thing is to turn the lights on. I'm going to have to find out when they're getting home and come turn the lights on before they get here. I don't know if I'll be here when they get here. And I also set all this up knowing full well that it's chaos when you're bringing a bunch of kids in after a trip. So in my head, it's a sweet little thing. In reality, it might get destroyed in a day. I don't know. It may get destroyed in a minute. I don't know. But I've had fun, and that's kind of the point for me. So I recommend doing this if you have little ones. It's a lot of fun. This particular way is a fun way to tell the Christmas story. If I'd been more creative with the clues, I probably would have felt better about it, but it's fine. I think it's still fun. There are things that I wish were better, like the wise men, the angel, but overall, I'm really happy with how this turned out. And it's a fun way to tell the Christmas story. It's also a fun way to decorate a hallway. And I recommend it. If you have a little bit older kids, let them decorate their doors. If you don't want to see it on your door, let them decorate the inside of their doors. There's all kinds of fun things you can do. So it's totally unusual for our content, but you know, it's JenHannagans because we're always up to something, and this is what I was up to. So I hope you liked it. Like and subscribe. Comment below, have you ever wrapped your doors with wrapping paper? We did it when I was in college. I never did, but the college, some of them would have like competitions and stuff, which is where I got the idea for when I was at the residence home. But I like this version where every door tells a part of a story. So yeah, hope you liked it. Bye.